Everyone, it's Catherine here from Inky Fingered Cat, and I'm making a bookmark that's for a challenge in a little Facebook group I'm in. We don't necessarily end up swapping them, but I just thought, yeah, I'll join in and make a mixed media bookmark, why not? So I started with this piece of scrap purple paper that I have that somebody sent me as part of a swap. Some little scraps of linen cardstock that I've just torn and stuck down, and then I thought, I should really stick the camera on and you can see what I do. So that's what I'm doing. So again, as per usual, not really got an idea what I'm going to do, but it's a mixed media project, so anything could happen. So obviously it's a bookmark, so I could do with it being reasonably flat because you don't want it to ruin what you're reading. And I also don't want it to be something where the medium that I use on it is going to come off, so I'm going to have to make sure that it's sealed in some way. So let's see what happens. So I'm done. Really enjoyed that little play. You'd never know that was a piece of purple cardstock, would you? I remembered part way through that there were two parts to this challenge. It was make a bookmark, make it mixed media, but you had to include feather and green. So I did a green feather. So what did I do? I added the linen cardstock strips. I added some and then I gessoed. Then I added some strips of washi. I lost the washi, I must put it away. So some strips of washi tape that got circly splotches on it. Then I added some paint in 3 different colours. So I used cheesecake for the base. Then I did some mono printing with both the blueberry and the terracotta. What did I do next? Then I added the piece of vellum, which I stapled on, but then I decided no, I wanted to stitch it, so I got my sewing machine out and did that off camera. So I did a bit of stitching. Then I added a little bit of gesso with my finger just to blank out that part, so it's quite a delicate sort of layer. Added the heat embossed feather, which I did with 2 different colours of green embossing powder from the stash. So what I did was I stamped it down, added the lighter colour along one edge, tapped it off, then added the darker colour, tapped it off, and then heated it, so it actually looks like it's got some shading to it. The sentiment was just from the stash, and I thought with the feather the wings element would work. I really like that. Then I started a bit of doodling, added some with the Derwent Inktense pencil, also with the gold Sharpie paint pen. There we go, I think that's my lot. So, really happy with that. Probably to be a bookmark it needs some kind of ribbon or something on the top, but do you know what, it's quite a sturdy bookmark, so I think this is perfectly fine. So I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm going to pop this back on top of it and something else heavy on top of it to make sure that it's adhered nicely, because although I've used the high tack glue, I just think there's quite a lot of medium on that, and I just make sure that it's definitely dry. And so there's my bookmark made. I hope you enjoyed that, and I certainly enjoyed making it. If you did, then please do give me a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, please do subscribe. I'm now going off to wash the fingers. They're not so much inky today, but painty. And until next time, bye.